The following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And a good evening to you. Someone needs a haircut. I'm Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program as we get ready for Game 3 of this National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We have left the cold climes of Philadelphia and have gone to Southern California where the weather is 74 degrees, clear skies, and a gentle 8-mile-an-hour wind from right to left. But the weather really shouldn't make much of a difference. It's what you're about to see that's going to make all the difference in the world. These two teams are tied. The Dodgers behind Bert Hooton won Game 1, 7-4, and then Philadelphia pounded the Dodgers in Game 2, despite Bob Welch getting hurt. So, you get to Game 3, and it's Don Sutton and Steve Carlton. Normally, you would have thought that these would have been the Game 1 matchup. Nope, this was the real-life matchup in Game 3. Only change for the Dodgers outside of Sutton, who is looking to get that big playoff win and put the Dodgers within a win of the National League pennant, is that Steve Yeager is behind the plate tonight. He will catch the night games. No more days off now in this series. We'll play until it's done. And so Joe Ferguson will catch tomorrow's day game 4. For the Phillies, it is indeed Steve Carlton on the hill. He is looking to pitch the Phillies to their 100th win of the year and within one game of the National League pennant. And because it's Steve Carlton on the hill, it will be Tim McCarver behind the plate as his personal catcher. Tim will tell you all about it, I am sure. And so with all that, this is a big old ball game here. Somebody's going to be one game away from a championship. Will it be the Phillies or the hometown Dodgers? We're about to find out. As I hit the right button, Retro Sports Network presents the 1978 National League Championship Series. Tonight, from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, it is the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers who are tied at one game apiece. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. No fingernails left. And so here you go. It's time for game number 3. JT Dutch, how you doing? Lorenzo and Mr. Mao, socially distant. We've got the plexiglass between them and their beers don't smell them on each other. How you doing, Mr. Gardner? And a pleasure to have all of you along here on a Wednesday night. So, Don Sutton is taking his warm-up tosses, and let's tell you how the Phillies will line up. Be helpful if I kept it on the screen, right? Oh, you know what? All right, so here we go for the Phillies. Bake McBride will lead it off again in right field. Larry Bowa will play short and bat second. Mike Schmidt will hit third and play third. Greg Luzinski in left field will clean up. Richie Hebner at first will bat fifth. Gary Maddox in center field will bat sixth. Teddy Sizemore will play second and bat seventh. Tim McCarver will tell you all about how he caught Game 3 and batted 8th. And Steve Carlton is on the mound for Philadelphia, and he will bat 9th. And just in case why you're wondering why you're seeing the logo come back on the screen, I did not resort the lineups. So on my slidey thingy, it's the Dodgers first and the Phillies second, but that's not how it's supposed to go. Oh, you don't need a double shot of Jack Daniels. Here's Mr. Sutton. He went 17 and 14 in the replay and a 3.85 ERA. He is a fastball pitcher and a fly ball pitcher at 86. And the ballpark is playing a little bit small tonight, too, so Mr. Sutton better be careful. Defensively for the Dodgers, Dusty Baker is 7-4 in left. Rick Monday is a 4-3 in center. Reggie Smith is a 5-8 in right. Ron Say is a 7 at third. Bill Russell an 8 at short. Davey Lopes a 10 at second. Steve Garvey a 9 at first. And Steve Yeager back behind the plate, a 7 and an 8. With Sutton an 8 and did not make an error. Well, we won't argue about the DH. We'll get Clinton in here. Tap your shoes 3 times. Yeah, I haven't watched a second of the playoffs. I will once we get into the LDS round. So, thanks for the kind words. Bake McBride steps in at 3 for 8. He had a big game, too, on the 4th, where he had a stolen base, went 3 for 4, and scored twice. So he's hitting .375 in this league championship series. Computer's running the Phillies. I'm running the Dodgers. Game 3 starts with strike 3. A 2-2 fastball from Sutton. And that's how this one starts. So Larry Boa is 4 for 8 in the league championship series. And he had a double in Game 2. He has driven in 3. Pitch to Boa. Here's a ground ball to Garvey. He'll take it to the bag himself. 2 out. So Sutton has the first 2 batters. And here is Mike Schmidt. 2 for 6. He had a big double and 3 RBI in Game 2. Hey, whatever gets him through the game, don't complain. Do you smell cheap perfume on Garvey? He was with Maggie May, I think, before the game. Just putting it out there. Pitch to Schmidt is a liner into center. Monday is going to try and dive. He slides, can't get it. Schmidt's on with a single. So, yes, Garvey liked to not have the assists he wanted the putouts. So a 2-out single for Schmidt. And that'll bring up Greg Luzinski. The Bull is 2 for 7 on the series. A double and a home run in Game 2. A double in Game 1 and a homer in Game 2. And he has 4 RBI in the NLCS. Rain delay in Cleveland, I guess. By the way, the O'Malley family threw out the first ball tonight. No, Garvey and Ryan Zimmerman didn't have much of an arm. Pitch to Luzinski is a pop-up left side, and there go the Phillies. No runs, a hit, they leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the first. Steve Carlton coming on, no score. Ricky telling me all about our Washington National stuff. A delayed start till 7:50. Played a half an inning. Indians took a 1-0 lead. Now it's a monsoon. And to add to that, insult to injury, it didn't rain during the delay. Yep. We've had a few of those nights together, buddy, haven't we? Here's how the Dodgers line up for Game 3. Davey Lopes will lead off and play second base. Bill Russell at short will bat second. Ron Cey at third will bat third. Steve Garvey cleans up at first. Reggie Smith will bat fifth and play right field. Dusty Baker in left field, no toothpick, will bat sixth. Rick Monday, who will not play tomorrow with projected lefty on the hill, will bat seventh and play center field, or eighth, seventh. Steve Yeager back behind the plate for Game 3. He'll bat eighth and catch. And Don Sutton, fresh off an appearance on Match Game, will bat ninth on the hill. And we're being told that Tom Hamilton and company weren't happy for MLB to start the game. How long is it supposed to rain for in Cleveland? Davey Lopes digs in. Carlton, 16-11. That's not the problem. It was at 3.73 ERA. He allowed a lot. He went 34 times. He's a fly ball plus pitcher. Fastball tops out at 87 miles an hour. On the replay, he went 253 and 2/3 innings. 260 hits. He allowed 39 home runs. The Dodger fans in the audience are licking their chops at that. He walked 63 and struck out 154. So, defensively for the Phillies, Luzinski a 4-4 in left. Gary Maddox a 10-6 in center. Bake McBride a 9-8 in right. Mr. Schmidt is a 10 at third. He's playing for a bunt. Larry Boa a 10 at short. Ted Sizemore a 7 at second. Richie Hebner a 6 at first. And Tim McCarver is a nickel and dime catcher. He is a 5 range and a 10 arm. And he'll tell you about it too. Carlton an 8 range and a 945 fielding percentage. Lopes looks to the dugout, and while he does, we'll tell you he is 2 for 9 in this championship series. Had a big triple and went 2 for 5 in Game 1, but went 0 for 4. Oops. Thank you. Went 0 for 4 yesterday. He didn't miss much. How we're on the radio feed. So Lopes 2 for 9, as I said, will swing away here. Carlton starts the night with a ground ball base hit left side. And that's exactly what the Dodgers need. No, because I was trying to fool around with a slide so you don't get motion sick as we go through, I put the logo up instead. Bill Russell is also 2 for 9. He went 1 for 4 with a double in Game 2. Lopes not going to steal here. Infield playing back. Throw to first, Davey back. Lopes stole 47 on the replay. There's a ground ball base hit left side. So Lopes will hold at second, and the Dodgers are cooking. They have runners on first and second. Nobody out for Ron Cey. Cey is 2 for 8. He has scored twice, and he homered in the 4th of Game 2. So Lopes on second, Russell on first. Pitch to Cey is a fly ball to right. McBride 1 out. Lopes will tag, and the throw goes in the infield. So the Dodgers have runners on the corners for Steve Garvey. Casanova went 2 for 4 in Game 2. He is 2 for 8 in the LCS with a double. Mr. Wrestling. The 78. Reds Braves a ton of strikeouts. Goss, I'm shocked. How you doing, Brent? So runners on the corners, 1 out for Garvey. 36 strikeouts in 13 innings. Holy Snickers. Pitch to Garvey is a line drive to Hebner, 2 out. So the Dodgers need to take advantage of this. You don't know when they're going to get in. Reggie Smith 1 for 7 in the LCS. He had a triple in Game 1. And remember, he's the one that was trying to score on that hard grounder to Schmidt and was thrown out. So Lopes on third, Russell on first, 2 out, bottom of the first. Pitch to Smith. Popped up, left side, Schmidt. That's going to go in the Philly dugout. So Danny Ozark gets a jolt there. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. Carlton deals. Ball 4. He lost him. He had an 0-2 count on Smith and lost him. So the bases are loaded. Lopes, Russell, and Smith. For Dr. Scald. Really? Anyway, Dusty had the big hit in Game 1. Drove in 4. So he's 2 for 8, a homer, and 4 RBI. The chalkboard said that wasn't the dugout. Pitch to Baker. Into shallow left center. Maddox will make the catch. And the Dodgers leave them loaded. No runs. 2 hits and no errors. We go to the second. No score. So, Ricky says the Reds left 26 runners on today in 13 innings. And the Braves left 20 on. Sounds like a Red Sox intramural game from 1979. Richie Hebner, 3 for 7 in the LCS. He doubled in Game 2 and homered in Game 1, a solo shot. Yeah, and that definitely was an opportunity lost there. Sutton threw 19 pitches in the first, Carlton 24. Pitch to Hebner is a fly ball to right. Smith backs up, makes the catch, 1 out for Maddox. Gary is 2 for 7 in the LCS. He's walked twice and doubled. And he drove in a run in Game 2. So Sutton winds and deals. Liner to right. Smith is there, 2 out. And that'll bring up Ted Sizemore. I didn't realize that Teddy was the Rookie of the Year in '69. The things you learn. He is 1 for 8 in the LCS. He doubled in Game 1. And scored. Sutton trying to get through the second inning. To short, Russell over to Garvey, and the Phillies go down in order. So Sutton has done his job. Oh, the real left on base, 13 for the Reds and 9 for the Braves. Okay. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no score. Rick Monday is 1 for 7 in the National League Championship Series. He homered in Game 1. And went 0 for 4 in Game 2. Carlton struck him out. First for lefty and 0-2 on the outside corner. No, it was North that was supposed to play today, not tomorrow. Duh. So here's Yeager. Yeager caught in Game 1. He went 0 for 4 and struck out twice. Pitch to Yeager. Ground ball to Boa. Over to Hebner for the out. 2 away for Don Sutton, who went 10 for 82 in the replay, drove in 3. So an easier inning for Carlton so far. Got him! He swung on and missed a 1-2 changeup. And so we go to the third. Phillies and Dodgers scoreless in Los Angeles. So McCarver pinch hit in game 1. So he hit roughly 253 in the replay, 4 homers and 15 RBI. Carlton on deck. And he hits a slow bounder to Lopes over to Garvey for the out, 1 away. Carlton can hit 264, hit 291 in the real year. No homers and 8 RBI. 1 out, 3rd inning. Into center, Monday will come in, makes the catch, 2 out. So through 9 batters, Sutton 35 pitches, 2 2/3 innings, a hit, and a strikeout. And that strikeout was McBride. This time, Bake hits 1 to second. Lopes to Garvey, and that will take care of the Phillies. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2.5 down, no score. So Lopes singled his first time up. Yep, Sutton doing exactly what he needed to do. Now, Ricky told me the other day that I actually nailed the pitching matchups for games 1 and 3. Tommy John pitched game 2 in real life. We went with Bob Welch. Carlton, 9 batters, 2 innings, 32 pitches, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Pitch to Lopes is a base hit left field. Luzinski will pick it up. And Davey is 2 for 2. Here's Russell. Bill singled to start his night. Lopes not going anywhere. Throw to first, Davey back. His chances are now even worse. Into center, Maddox, 1 out. Ron Say is 0 for 1. Regardless of who wins this ball game, somebody will have a chance tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific to win the pennant. Join us for the Phillies and Dodgers, noon Eastern tomorrow. We expect Bob Welch to pitch. We'll see what his pitch count is. Remember, he got hurt, and the Dodgers used pretty much everybody yesterday. They cannot use Charlie Huff, and they cannot use Bobby Castillo. They have not used Terry Forster. So we expect, regardless of what the Dodgers do today, that Bob Welch will start Game 4. The Phillies will probably go with Jim Cott. Throw to first, Lopes back. Pitch to Say. There's a base hit left field. Luzinski will pick it up. Lopes will round to second and hold. Thank you. Figured that we would do the primetime games when they were shown live on television at 8 o'clock. So a 5:23 time currently in Los Angeles as we play the 3rd inning. Garvey's 0 for 1. Dodgers left him loaded in the first. The slow roller to Boa. Sizemore for 1. No throw to first. And they get the force. So Say with a roll block slide, and Sizemore couldn't get out of his glove. So Say does his job. Lopes on third, Garvey on first. Here's Reggie Smith. He walked his first time up. Pitch from Carlton. Into left, but right to Luzinski. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more stranded. Lorenzo's hitting the Jack Daniels no matter what now. They've left 5 on through 3. No score. So Boa 0 for 1 with Schmidt and Luzinski to follow. And Sutton This is when you start to tend to make mistakes. He allowed 33 homers in the replay. And being a fly ball pitcher and that wind blowing out to right center, that's a hitter's wind. Batting average is pretty neutral, +4 for the lefties, +1 for the righties percentage-wise. But home runs, +12% for the lefties and +13 for the righties. Pitch to Boa is a ground ball to Russell. Over to Garvey, 1 out. Brings up Schmidt, who has the lone Philadelphia hit. Struck him out. Got him to swing and miss at an 82-mile-an-hour changeup. So 2 out for Luzinski. We're being told that the Yankee-Indian game probably won't start till about 9. Is that about right, gang? So here's Luzinski. He's 0 for 1. Yep, the skies opened up after a half an inning. Pitch to Luzinski. Struck him out. Sutton got him on an 0-2 right down Broadway. So the Phillies go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 4, no score. Padres and Cards. I've not watched any of the playoffs. When we get out of this wild card round, I'll start to watch. Dusty Baker's 0 for 1. Carlton starts the 4th with a comeback right back to Steve over to Hebner. 1 out. And that'll bring up Monday, who shouldn't be playing. That's my mistake. I knew I had a lefty going, and I was trying to think if it was Sutton or not. It was obviously Carlton, and so it should be Billy North. We'll give Monday 1 more at bat, and Rick will strike out. He got an 0-2 on the outside corner. 2 out for Yeager, who's 0 for 1. Pitch to Steve is a long drive to right, and that is long gone. Oh my goodness, he put that in the back of the bleachers. Oh, doctor, was that one well struck. And you never know who's going to be the hero in the postseason. That was an absolute blast. That was gone the second he hit it. Maddox and McBride just stood there and turned and watched it go. Yeah, the distance isn't right there. That went about 425 feet. It didn't clear the stadium, but certainly within the back 2 or 3 rows. And it's 1-0 Los Angeles. So here's Sutton. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Got him. So a 1-2. He looked into fastball at 88 for strike 3. But Steve Yeager getting high fives in the dugout. As he he almost broke the stadium barrier. That ball was crushed. After 4, 1-0 Dodgers. So it'll be Hebner, Maddox, and Sizemore. Here in the 5th, Richie is 0 for 1. Pitch from Sutton, ball 4. And so Rick will remember when we worked with our buddy Drew Douglas, the word shutdown inning was something that never really happened. Let's see if Sutton can get one here. Maddox is 0 for 1. Hebner not a threat to steal. Into right. Smith going back. Gone! So Gary Maddox has given the Phillies a 2-1 lead. That just kind of sailed down the line, and Reggie just kind of ran out of real estate. Hit that one opposite field. I think Sutton just got too much of that. Yeah, Maddox shuts down that idea. That kind of hugged the line and hugged it in the right way. Only the second hit for the Phils. Wait till if you make the World Series, Lorenzo. Here's Sizemore. Teddy's 0 for 1. To short. Russell. Diving stop. Great play. Throws to first for the out. 1 away for McIver, who was 0 for 1. Pitch to Tim. Slow roller to Lopes. Behind the bag. Over to first. 2 out. And that'll bring up Carlton, who's 0 for 1. So Carlton, thankful for Maddox for picking him up. There's a sharp grounder to Russell again. Diving stop over to first. That will retire the side. Halfway home. It's the Phillies 2 runs, 1 hit. The big shot by Maddox. The Dodgers 1. We'll be back right after this. Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1978 National League Championship Series. Tonight, from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, Game 3, the series tied at 1 game apiece. And the Phillies lead halfway home 2-1. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes. No, it's not all one place. Or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Yep, Mr. Mouseback, I just happened to, because I can see all the users in the chat, and there's somebody watching Say Hi, whose name is Saddest Kitty. Mine isn't the Saddest Kitty, but welcome. Happy International Podcast Day to you too, Ricky. Put the link in your chat where we can find yours. So here's how we got here. Steve Yeager, his 10th of the season, including the regular season, a solo shot that just kind of broke the bleachers in right center, 1-0. Then Gary Maddox hugged the line with a Carlton Fisk-type homer, a 2-run shot to make it 2-1 in the 5th. So both pitchers have acquitted themselves rather well. Carlton 5 hits through 4 with 4 strikeouts, and Sutton has only allowed 2 hits through 5. And in fact, Carlton has thrown 66 pitches, 4 innings, 5 hits, the solo homer. Walked 1 and struck out 4. Lopes is 2 for 2. And he's going to hit this one to McBride and right. He's now 2 for 3, 1 out. So here's Russell, 1 for 2. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Phillies have left 1 on. The Dodgers, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and they've left 5 on. Grounder to Schmidt. Over to Hebner, across the way. 2 out. So here's Say, he's 1 for 2. Well, if you didn't have any fingernails to start, remember your toenails probably need trimming as well. Pitch to Say is a liner to Boa, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 6th, Philadelphia 2, Los Angeles 1. So it'll be Bake McBride, Larry Boa, and Mike Schmidt. McBride 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Sutton has done his job, but he's not getting any support when he needs it. Pitch to McBride is a line drive to right, going to bounce all the way to the wall. McBride will round second. He's going to third, not in time. 101 in the City of the Angels today? You're in Los Angeles, right, Mr. Dutch? 68 for the ball game. Wind's blowing out to center at 7. Boa 0 for 2. And the Dodgers will play halfway. Boa, ground ball to Russell, diving stop. They have no shot at the runner going home. He'll take the out at first. It's 3-1 Philadelphia. Mr. Dutch is about 4 miles from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. So the Phillies are up 3-1. Here's Schmidt. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. To Lopes. Over to Garvey for the out. Leaving the bases loaded in the first looms rather large now for the Dodgers. Here's Luzinski. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Sutton deals. Struck him out. He got him again. He chased a 1-2. Change up at 84, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies get another run on the Bake McBride triple. After 5.5, 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 1. That's right. You see that orange ball in center field? After the game, make sure you fill up with some premium 76 gasoline. Catch the spirit of 76. And as Uncle Vinny would say, don't forget to get your Dodger dogs made proudly by Farmer John. So Garvey's 0 for 2. It'll be Garvey, Smith, and Baker, and then we will pinch hit Billy North. Dodgers have 5 hits, but 1 run. Pitch to Garvey is a base hit up the middle. He's going for 2. The throw to Boa, not in time. So the Dodgers trying to get this one right back. Here's Reggie. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Lefty deals. Ground ball foul, third base side. Goes in the Phillies dugout. And the count is 0-2. So pins and needles time here at Chavez Ravine. Base hit left field. Garvey will hold at third. Garvey did not get a good jump. Nobody out for Baker, who was 0 for 2. So Sutton, you see him in the dugout, rocking back and forth. Pitch from Carlton. Base hit up the middle. That's extra bases. Garvey will score. Smith will hold at third. Baker's on second. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. Yep. Billy North for sure. 255, no homers, 21 RBI. Since coming over from his trade with the Oakland Athletics. Nobody out. Dodgers have a run in, 3-2. Philadelphia, North to Hebner. Reggie Smith will score. Hebner goes to the bag, and we're tied at 3. So that'll bring up Yeager. His home run, the 4th, shook the stadium. So Baker on third. Tie game, 3-3, bottom of the 6th. Line drive to left. Luzinski's there. Baker will tag to throw to McCarver. Not in time. 4-3 Dodgers. Los Angeles has put a 3 spot on the board here in the 6th. And that'll bring up Sutton, who's 0 for 2. So Carlton is showing why the Phillies didn't want to use him until Game 3. Pitch to Sutton. There's a ground ball to Boa over to Hebner. Nope. And that will retire the side. The Dodgers, big inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. 4-3 Los Angeles. So Hebner, Maddox, and Sizemore for the Phils. Richie is 0 for 1. Billy North isn't much better in the outfield than Rick Monday. He's a 5 and a 3. And he'll stay in the game in center field. Pitch to Hebner is a fly ball to right. Reggie's running down the real estate. Tie game. So this has turned into one of those hot potato games. Hebner just sent that one down the line. We told you that the ballpark was playing small, and we weren't kidding. So Hebner and Maddox have home runs for the Phils. Baker and Yeager do for the Dodgers. That corner is a magnet. We secretly replaced the right field corner in Dodger Stadium with a short porch from Yankee Stadium. Let's see if anybody notices. Gary Maddox, his 2-run shot in the 5th went right down that corner. Sutton Deal struck him out. He got him swinging on an 0-2 fastball. Yep, all 3 home runs tonight have been opposite field jobs. And if Teddy Sizemore hits one, no, Yeager's was right. And they sent the juice balls back in time. The Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena is tracking Steve Yeager's in orbit. Pitch to Sizemore. Ground ball, base hit right side. Maybe they should have hit for Sutton. So here's McIver. He is 0 for 2. 1 out, top the 7th, the 4-4 ball game. Up the middle, Lopes. Russell for 1. No throw to first. So 2 out for Carlton. And here's the first big decision for the computer tonight. Although Lefty is projected to hit 284 here. They don't really have anybody on that bench that can pinch hit. They got some good defensive replacements. Carlton stays. It's a slow bounder to Garvey. He'll underhand it to Sutton at stretch time. 4-4 the score. Nancy Dell enjoyed her Dodger Dog so much she played 2 songs on the organ at the same time. So Lopes is 2 for 3, has singled twice. Carlton threw 27 batters, 90 pitches. 6 innings, 8 hits, a homer, a walk, and 4 strikeout. Web Gem is a better play. So they're playing for the bunt. Lopes will swing here. Pitch from Carlton. Into shallow left. Luzinski rides the Schwinn 1 out. Yeah, Web Gem it is. Here's Russell. He's 1 for 3. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Phillies. They've left 2 on. The Dodgers, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And they've left 5 on. Russell 1 for 3. Slow roller. Boa behind the bag. Over to Hebner. 2 out. Brings up Ron Say, who is 1 for 3. Pitch from Carlton. Here's a liner to right. McBride. And that will retire the side. 7 down. We go to the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Maylocks and Jack Daniels for everybody. 4-4. So Sutton has faced 27 batters. He has thrown 105 pitches, 7 innings, 5 hits. The home runs to Hebner and Maddox. a walk, and 5 strikeouts. The mailbox on the rocks, you got it. McBride tripled and scored. This time around into shallow left center, North, 1 out. Brings up Boa. He's 0 for 3. He had a sac fly. No, he couldn't have. Fielder's choice in the 6th. That scored McBride. Ground ball, foul. First base side, and the count goes to 2-2. Terry Forster warming for the Dodgers. He has not pitched in this series. The Phillies have not used Tug McGraw, and Ron Reed would like to forget Game 1. Boa in the left. That's going to drop in front of Baker, and Dusty misplays it. Boa's going for 2. So a single and an E7 has the go-ahead run in scoring position, and that'll bring up Mike Schmidt. Schmidt, although this was a down year for him, is still dangerous. He is 1 for 3 and has struck out. Ooh, I like you, Miss Jane Russell. All dressed Ripple chips, onion dip, and Schweppes ginger ale. I like that. I'm drinking lemon lime Gatorade Zero and had chicken and rice for dinner. Pitch to Schmidt, to Russell, over to first. For the out. Boa on second, 2 out for Luzinski, who has done nothing tonight. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Sutton trying to get through another inning. It'll be Garvey, Smith, and Baker for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. Sutton delivers. Strike him out! He got him swinging. And Luzinski slams the bat, and he has gone down 3 times today. No runs. 1 hit. The air does not hurt. Bottom 8, 4-4. Wow. Lorenzo is saying some novenas. Here's Garvey. He is 1 for 3. He has doubled and scored. Pitch to Garvey. Into right center for a base hit. So nobody out. Garvey on first. And now I'll bring up Reggie Smith, who has singled, walked, and scored. It'll be the home run gang for the Phillies in the 9th. Hebner, Maddox, and Sizemore. Throw to first. And Garvey's out! Garvey's out! Carlton picked Steve Garvey off. If looks could kill, Steve Garvey'd be dead. Tommy Lasorda just stared right at him all the way in the dugout. What a break for the Phillies. Yeah, wow. Pitch to Smith. Gone! It does not matter. 5-4 Dodgers. This time down the left field line. 344 feet, and the Dodgers go up 5-1. 5-4. That was a laser shot, and there wasn't anything Luzinski could do. And that'll bring it Baker. Doubled, scored, drove in a run. 1 for 3. Forster will likely now finish this off. And Carlton saved himself a run on the pickoff. Dodger fans think they need an insurance run. Pitch to Baker. Into left. This time it'll stay in the yard. Luzinski will get it 2 out for Billy North. Oh, the Dodgers in the third base dugout at home. And then that was a long walk for Mr. Garvey. So North is 0 for 1 with an RBI. 5-4 Dodgers, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. And there's a ground ball right back to Carlton over to Hebner, and that will retire the side. We go to the top of the 9th. Tommy shakes Don Sutton's hand. Terry Forster coming in. 5-4 Los Angeles. So Reggie Smith in that laser shot down the line and left gives the Dodgers a 5-4 lead. It'll be Hebner, Maddox, and Sizemore. Forster did not pitch in Philadelphia. So 5-3 with 14 saves on the replay and an ERA of 2.87. 47 innings, 47 hits. 4 home runs. He walked 13 and struck out 23. He is a ground ball extreme pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 91. So Hebner, Maddox, and Sizemore to see if we can force some more nervous wrecks. Hebner had a home run already. He'll line this one to center. The tying run is on. And Bud Harrelson will pinch run at first. And he doesn't have stolen base speed, but good speed on the bases. So that'll bring up Maddox, who is 1 for 3. He curled one down the right field line and is driven in 2. He's also struck out. Pitch from Forster. Into right, but that's foul. And somebody from Clovis, California, makes the catch. So a ball and 2 strikes to Maddox. Nobody out. 5-4 Dodgers top the 9th. The series, if you joined us late, is tied at 1. Pitch to Maddox. Base hit left field. So Harrelson goes to second. Maddox on first for Sizemore. Then the Dodger bullpen continues to find hairballs. So Forster hasn't pitched since Sunday. We started this series on a Tuesday, so enough rest is there. He's on 4 days rest. Pitch to Sizemore. Ball 4, and they're loaded. I doubt the computer goes with McCarver here. Lasorda looks over to Ron Perinoski, and says, "What do I do?" McCarver will hit. Base hit right field. Harrelson scores. We're tied at 5. So let's see what they do with Carlton. The bases are loaded, nobody out. Maddox on third. Sizemore on second. McCarver on first. And they will let Jim Morrison pinch hit. .219, 5 homers, 15 RBI. The stats say to stick with Forster here. But now you got to play him in. You need that runner at home. Pitch to Morrison. Struck him out. And now you can play for 2. He swung on and missed the curveball. 1 out. For McBride, let's see what the Phillies do here. He's 1 for 4, triple, a run scored, and a strikeout. And you got Jerry Martin on the bench. And Jose Cardinal will pinch hit. Jose at .302. 3 homers and 27 RBI. There is still 1 out. And a 5-5 ball game. And they're loaded. They are full of fighting fills. Maddox on third. Sizemore on second. McCarver on first. Forster into center field. North will make the catch. But the Phillies go up 6-5. He had to make a sliding catch, and he just wouldn't risk the throw. So Jerry Martin now will pinch run for McCarver for Larry Boa. 6-5 Philadelphia. Boa 1 for 4. He's got a single and an RBI. Yeager, pinch hitter, and Lopes for the Dodgers. This one isn't done. Pitch to Boa. Ground ball to Russell. Over to Garvey. But the damage is done. 2 runs. 3 hits. No errors. It's Ron Reed, who nearly choked away Game 1 for Philadelphia. Coming on. 6-5 Phillies. Reed, a fastball pitcher at 88 and a flyball pitcher, went 2 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. On the replay, he had 22 save opportunities and converted 19 for a save percentage of .864. Who can hit a righty? So Johnny Oates will come in to pinch hit for Yeager. 241, 8 RBI in the regular year. Reed takes a deep breath. It's now chilly here in Los Angeles, 60 degrees. Oates fouls it off the Mascaboon. The count is 0-1. Into center, Maddox, 1 out. He had to dive on the grass to make the catch. And that'll bring up old Vic. 4-1 Indians, huh? Vic, 209. He pinch hit in Game 1. And did not reach. He's 0 for 1. So 1 out. 6-5 Phillies. Pitch to Vic. Base hit right side. He's going for 3. He's in there with a triple. Wow! The Vicster with a pinch hit triple, and the Dodgers aren't dead yet. By the way, Gonzalez is at first. He's a 2, and Martin a 6 and 6 and right. They're playing in for Lopes. He's 2 for 4. Has singled twice. Up the box, Schmidt will throw to Gonzalez. 2 out. And now it's Billy Russell, who is 1 for 4. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Phillies have left 5 on. Dodgers, 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They've left 5 on. Ron Reed, it may be chilly here, but he is sweating a bucket and a half. Pitch to Russell. Base hit, we're tied. Gary Maddox with a bad jump. Davalillo scores, and it's 6-6. And as Al Red Sox would say, pick up some sticks. Reed has blown the save. And now the winning run is on first for Ronce, who's 1 for 4. I can't believe they didn't go with McGraw. He hadn't pitched yet. Pitch to Say. In the left field, but that will stay in the yard, and Lorenzo's going to owe me some money. We go to the 10th. The Dodgers get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We've played 9, 6, 6. It'll be Rick Rhoden coming in. Johnny Oates will catch. Rhoden didn't pitch well. Didn't retire a batter. I believe because Reed is listed as the closer, and that certainly was a closing situation. So we won't go through that line to spare Lorenzo's heart, but if Rhoden could get out here, they'd appreciate that. Schmidt, Luzinski, and Bob Boone, who's behind the plate, he'll bat 5th. So Boone will bat 5th, Martin will bat 8th, and Gonzalez 9th, and Reed goes in McBride's spot in the 1 hole. Schmidt 1 for 4 with a strikeout. My goodness, what a ball game we got here. Pitch to Schmidt. Struck him out. So already a marked improvement from Rhoden. That's not a rhetorical question because I would have gone with McGraw too. You know, you try to let the computer make the right decisions. You know, when I say I'm going to make pitching changes for the computer, it's more so that they're not sitting there getting pounded. Here's Luzinski. He has struck out 3 times. He's 0 for 4. Pitch from Rhoden, ball 4. So here's Boone. Bob is 2 for 7 in the NLCS. He's walked twice, scored twice. What a ball game. Luzinski on first, 1 out. Garvey, Smith, and Baker to face, I think, Reed in the bottom of the 10th. Pitch to Boone is into left center field and well struck. Baker will make the catch on the track. 2 out. Oh. And everybody's hearts were in their throats on that one. Here's Maddox. He curled that one down the line for a 2-run shot. That came in the 5th. Pitch from Gary. Struck him out. Rhoden does his job. So they leave a runner on. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 6-6. So who's going to be the hero for the Dodgers? Steve Garvey, 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Pitch from Reed. Into left. That will stay in the yard. 1 out. Reggie Smith with a solo shot coming up. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Phillies. They've left 6 on. The Dodgers, 6 runs, 12 hits, an error, and they've left 6 on. Pitch to Smith is 2 for 3. Line drive to Gonzalez, 2 out. So Sizemore, Martin, and Gonzalez if we go to the 11th. Dusty Baker, 1 for 4, is doubled home a run and scored. Reed. Line drive to Boa, and that's a web gem. Larry Boa just robbed himself an extra base hit. Baker slams the helmet on the bag. He thought he had that. Boa had to time that leap perfectly, and that will retire the side. Yep, now he gets the 1-2-3 inning. Do you really think that we script this stuff? No way. We go to the 11th. Philadelphia 6, Los Angeles 6. So Sizemore is 1 for 3. Roden struck out 2 and walked a batter in his first inning. Pitch to Teddy is a liner to right. Smith 1 out. Jerry Martin, I believe he has a pinch hit in this series. Yep, went 1 for 2 in game 2. He singled and struck out. Oh, I'm sure the NBA Finals will win. Although this is, I believe, my largest game audience ever. There's 15 of you here. So Roden winds and deals. Into left center, Baker, 2 out. And Baker had to make a diving catch to make that one. So how about that? Orlando Gonzalez, I don't know if he's going to hit here. He went 0 for 14 in the replay. He stays in the game, slaps out 1 to Lopes, and Davey misplays it. And Gonzalez is going to have second. Are you kidding me? Lopes kicked it off his glove. It went into the outfield. And Gonzalez, of all people, is the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now you're going to have another pinch hitter. You're not going to have Ron Reed hit. Lorenzo's pulling out his hair. Davey Johnson will pinch hit. That's not the right Davey Johnson, but we'll play it anyway. 176, 3 homers, and 6 RBI. Yeah. Let's see if they can make it count. Pitch to Johnson. Gets away from Oates, and Gonzalez is on third. Are we really about to have another Rudy moment for a Philadelphia team? The count is 3 balls and no strikes. Larry Bowa is on deck. Pitch to Johnson. Struck him out! Warren Brewster, the happy one, will come in to pitch. There's nothing across. We go to the bottom of the 11th. It's still 6-6. Brewster did pitch in this series. He pitched in game 1. In fact, he pitched the 7th in game 1. He went 2/3 of an inning. So North, apparently so. Apparently Danny doesn't have a lot of faith. Wink, wink. And Tug. North will square. He gets the bunt down, and it's going to roll foul. And the count is 0-2. Who am I pitching next for the Dodgers? Well, Brewster, that's actually a pretty solid pick. Pitch to North is a ground ball to Sizemore. Over to Gonzalez for the out. 1 out for Oates, who was 0 for 1. He told McGraw that he doesn't believe. Elizabeth! Coming to join you, Elizabeth! So here's Oates. Pitch from Brewster. Got him. 2 out. 1-2 on the outside corner. You think Roden should stay in? Mr. Lorenzo? I got Lee Lacy. But I'm not sure you agree. Roden's going to hit? Leave him in. All right. Roden will stay in. A .293 hitter. He drove in 8. Pitch to Roden. Struck him out. No runs. No hits. No errors. We go to the 12th. 6-6. So Roden, now in his 3rd inning, hadn't allowed a hit, walked a batter. Here's Bowa, 1 for 5 with an RBI. That hit was a single. Ground ball to Lopes, over to first, 1 out. Here's Schmidt, 1 for 5. He has struck out twice. Roden's pitch into left center field and off the wall. That didn't miss by much, and Schmidt's on with a stand-up double. The crowd groaned as soon as it left the bat, but Dodger Stadium is just big enough that that stayed in the yard. Here's Luzinski. He is 0 for 4. And they're going to walk him. Yep. You're going to walk him. You're going to make Bob Boone beat you. Boone is 0 for 1. Cuticle repair shops are opening up all over Southern California from all the nails lost in this one. Pitch to Boone is a fly ball, shallow left center. North comes in, makes the catch. Schmidt will hold, 2 out. And that'll bring up Maddox, who is 2 for 5, including a 2-run homer in the 5th. It'll be Lopes, Russell, and Say in the bottom of the 12th. Pitch to Maddox. Base hit all the way to the wall. Left center field. Schmidt comes in. Luzinski will hold. 7-6 Philadelphia. Wow. So Sizemore is 1 for 4. He has singled and walked. Oh my goodness. The Oates and Roden converge. They change signs. Sizemore, slow roller to Russell, over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 12th, 7-6 Phillies. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Not responsible for burnt pineapple pizza. Remember, we don't warm up pitchers in this game. This is Brewster's ballgame, I would think. It is Davey Lopes. He is 2 for 5 tonight. We do this again tomorrow at noon, 9 Eastern. But right now, tomorrow is another day away. Pitched from Brewster. Base hit, right field. Is going to go all the way to the wall, and the Dodgers have the tying run on with nobody out. This is a game that nobody wants to lose. Here's Russell. Bill is 2 for 5 with an RBI. Brewster deals. Base hit. Lopes will round third. And hold. You don't need to force the run with nobody out. What? No sound? Okay. JT has sound. So Ron Say, 1 for... Not bunting with Ron Say. Infield playing in. Outfield playing medium. Say is 1 for 5. He has singled. Brewster. Base hit. Tie game. Lopes will score. Russell will hold. There is still nobody out. Oh my goodness. And now it comes down to high karate aqua velvet Steve Garvey. He is 2 for 5. He has singled, doubled, and scored. There is nobody out. In the bottom of the 12th inning of a 7-7 tie. Here's the pitch. It's into center field. Back goes Maddox. The Dodgers win the ball game. It'll count as a single. Billy Russell runs all the way to Game 4. The Dodgers have won this one 8-7. In an all-time classic, the Los Angeles Dodgers are now 1 game away from the pennant. 8 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. The Phillies, 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Warren Brewster takes the loss. He allowed 4 innings in an inning and change. Didn't get anybody out in the 12th. And both runs are charged to him. Ron Reed blew the save in the 9th. He did a clean 10th. Carlton, 8 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 2 homers. He walked 1 and struck out 4. He had plus stuff, and he could have thrown 151 pitches, gang. Wow. Don Sutton, 6 hits through 8 innings, 4 runs, all earned. 2 homers, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Terry Forster blew the save, an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and a strikeout. Rick Rhoden goes 3 innings for the win. 2 hits, the run in the 12th. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Wow! And so now you got a case where it's going to be Bob Welch to win the pennant for the Dodgers. He is going in Game 4. Who the Phillies go with will depend on who they think is fresh enough to go. It won't be Carlton, and it probably won't be. It'll probably be Jim Cott. I don't think you'd put Larry Christensen in a situation to go on short rest. Wow, wow, wow. And so that's how Game 4 went. Or Game 3 went, rather. Game 4, noon Eastern tomorrow. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Oh, by the way, tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, Catfish Hunter, and the Rangers have yet to announce. I think it's going to be Steve Comer. And so, oh my goodness. Wasn't that fun, gang? I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tomorrow for 2. Until then, have yourself a safe night. Good night, everybody.